Hi there. In this tutorial, we will discuss about startle flinch response. As Krav Maga is based on natural reactions, we have a tendency of forgetting one of the primal reactions, and that is the startle flinch. What it means is that something happens suddenly, we get scared, we do something like this. So I will be doing some attacks to Hedy, and she will be performing those first in a sense of not taking the startle flinch, but just as a technique, So thinking of somebody pushing you from behind, take a step forward, raise your hand, and do a rotation. Looks very familiar in a lot of senses. But now when I startle her a bit, I might be doing faster or grabbing stronger, but usually something happens so that she doesn't know what is going on. Hey! All right? So we added some speed. Look at the body posture. So the first, when it comes to hey, she does this. Now, her body is already very, very ready to make that turn. And now as the hand comes up and she turns around, there is immediate thing. And this is not very much of addition. The problem in training comes that we don't get startled and we don't remember how it feels like. A lot of times we get a question like if you take this, I cannot make this work and people are doing this. Of course you cannot make it work. If you have problems in your shoulder or something like this, but once you get to here, it's not going to be very hard work. Another very good example of this is when we are training defenses. One of the primal defenses for a person is pushing away danger, pushing away something that is coming towards them. Very, very primal movement, which in Krav Maga turns into either a sort of like stepping defense or 360 or somewhere in between. Then we go into the practice and we start training. She's in a neutral stance and I am doing this. And she's making a lot of exercises like that. But let's take a look what happens when I startle her. In a sense, something like this, and all of a sudden, there is no counterattack with the hand. She can make a simultaneous counterattack, but from here, it would be a kick. Landing, of course, the groin because Krav Maga. If you want to train the hand defense, now she should be more ready, saying that, okay, hey, don't do anything. And now she's thinking about that she will punch me immediately as I move. And I move, she punches. And I move with my hand, now there's the defense. Just to think about these things. Every time something all of a sudden happens, we do startle. This is also the same thing what happens in a sense when she's punching me. Let's do it this way now because it shows in the camera better. And the thing is, all right, that I'm nice and dandy here. Now, she makes a fake with the other hand, so doing this, and then punches me with the other hand. Either to the face or stomach or, it doesn't matter. But the thing is that if I am conditioned to do this, and move and hit and so, but then all of a sudden something else happens. In a sense that she's doing something else. Now I don't really know what she's doing. She might be even kicking me. And you saw that. I was in my stance here. I was waiting for this to come in, and all of a sudden something else happened, and I was here because this was my flinching process. And there is no way from a stance like this that I can make a defense down. No way. Okay, how to fix this? Thinking that, hey, all right, we are here. I am not expecting anything else but just a motion, and I am getting in. Now she can do the fast things again as she pleases. And still she hit me. But the thing is that I am much better here. It's going to be a lot easier for me to do this. And instead of taking a step, moving my body weight to different position and so on. All right, guys. The point is, integrate the startle flinch in your defenses. It will help you immensely to get, things better. And of course, you are being training in a more realistic way. And then when we go to the skill acquisitions dash action capacity training, remember that if there is no failure, if you success all the time, you're not really pushing the limit. You have to push the limit in order to get better. All right? So, startle flinch is an important part of our defenses. Let's integrate them more into them and not think okay, this is the correct technique. But I will get to that later on in the next video.